What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update, and wearing my RFD hat in honor of my friends at RFD TV, the farming community. Anyways, today we had a market that was the same as usual. It did sell off a little bit, and it did have what we would call a potential key reversal, but we've had a number of those over the last 9 years, so I'm not expecting any major sell-offs today. I think that when you look at the overall market, it reminds me of the Three Little Pigs, and of course, the market is with the pig that's made out of straw, the house that's made out of straw, and of course, we're waiting for the big bad wolf to come and huff and puff and blow that house down. But market's very interesting, just in the fact that there doesn't seem to be real interest here. So if the markets themselves are going to, sell off eventually, we need to have some volume and volatility. The VIX was not up very much today based on the way the markets closed. The markets closed weak, but the VIX was only up 14 or 15 cents, which is not enough to convince me that we're going to start to go lower. I think we still need volume and volatility. I think there's a lot of things lacking here. But I thought there was some very interesting action in oil. Oil broke hard, rallied all the way back, and then kind of settled mid-range. Gold picked up again and tried to make a run at 1,300. Silver was up marginally. The big grain report was out today, and of course, as I said going into the report, and as I texted out this morning, I said to everybody, I'm going into this report long. And of course, if we see the report at the end, the only loser was wheat, which was down a couple of cents, but corn was up 4 or 5 cents, and soybeans were up in the 20s. So that was really interesting. And I think the other thing we looked at is we've been looking to sell cattle, especially feeders, but we had some long cattle that we wanted to get out of, and we got stopped out, unfortunately. But it's not a surprise they turned over, and hogs turned over today as well. So a little bit of weakness there, but I think that those markets will pick up steam when the equity markets start to sell off. The money will start to move that way. But going back to the equities, Amazon was up at one time, I think $12 or $13. Ended up closing, it was up as high as I think 10.08, closed at about 1,000, 1,001. Apple was up, closed lower. Facebook was up, closed lower. So there's a lot of things that you might think that the markets might be ready to throw it in here. But again, we're not going to predict that here. We still need the things that we need, volume and volatility. But it is interesting to watch the action, and I think one of the things we're seeing is a lot of chop. In other words, yesterday Lululemon rallied $2, today it broke $2. So it looked like it was a lot and it came right back down. And that's been more or less the case as we really sit in this consolidation range, waiting to break out or up or down. So we'll see what trades out here. But again, I don't see anything to get overly excited about. I think you watch gold as it gets to 1,300. It probably should sell off a little bit. Again, we like gold, but may see a little bit of sell off of 1,300. Oil, looking for a spot to sell it again. The rest is really just not really exciting. I mean, we did take a short position in Facebook and a short position in Apple when they were rallying today. So we'll see what that looks like. But at the end of the day, okay, markets are really still very much subdued and not a lot to really do. So let's not get too anxious here, and let's not chase the markets. Let's sit back and find the best opportunities. I think that's the key here, is to be able to find the best spots. Because if we don't, we got to see across the board, especially in trying to short the market, and also in looking for a spot to get long grains and cattle and hogs and things like that. Because those are things that, those are different types of trades, but let's make sure we keep an eye on them, because those are all ways to churn out some cash in trading the markets. That'll do it for today. This is Bubba's Daily Update, and I appreciate you being here. Remember to catch the Bubba Show every day, 2 to 3 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here on Monday. Go Cubbies. We'll see you later, everybody.